What's up guys, I'm Kel, Red Zone Rogue, and welcome to another Force of Will Reiya Cluster Starter Deck spoiler video. That was a lot of words to tell at once, but let's just jump in. We have the Fire Starter Deck, and this guy's really sweet. His name is Reiya Rua. This is the J ruler of the Fire Starter Deck. He's a ruler Dragonoid. He's pretty sweet. I like his like Dragonoid beard scruff thing he's got going on. I think it's really cool. He has a Judgment of 2 fire and 1 of any. He has Energized. He says, at the beginning of the game, put 10 strength counters on this card. So that is his new mechanic, strength counters, and we'll see that a lot in the cards to come. And I think it's a pretty cool mechanic. I like it a bit more than the gems, but, you know, we'll see. We'll leave the final judgments to you guys, and once everything is all out, including the Reiya Cluster itself. And he has a rest ability. It says, put X strength counters on this card, where X is 10 minus the number of strength counters on this card. So basically, he goes back up to 10. You rest him, and he goes back up to 10, regardless of what he had before, which is pretty cool. And if you rest him and he has more than 10, then you put none. So, there's that. He also has that wingdings stuff that we saw on the panda guy. We have no idea still what the wingding stuff is going to do. It's like a sealed item, or a sealed, yeah, I think that's what it's called, sealed item. Don't know yet what those are, but hopefully they're pretty cool. And let's just go on to his J ruler side with Reiya Rua. God, the name, man. Reiya Rua. I don't know. It's gonna tongue tie a lot of people. The Draconic Warrior. So he's a 1200, 1000 J ruler Dragonoid with precision. When this card enters the field, put X strength counters on it, where X is 15 minus the number of strength counters on this card, so he goes up to 15, which is pretty cool. And he says, remove 5 strength counters from this card. This card deals 500 damage to target J resonator, and that is super sweet. So you can pick off like 3 small dudes, or like a medium dude and a small dude, or like a really big dude. I like that quite a bit. You can like pick and choose what you want to pick off. You can even kill their J ruler. I like it a lot. And of course, he has the wingdings. So yeah, overall, Reiya Rua, I like him quite a bit. There's some cool, you know, cards that add, you know, the strength counters. And so let's start off by taking a look at some of them. So first up, we have the Allure. It is a special magic stone. Treat this card as a fire magic stone. You can rest to produce 1 fire, and when this card enters the field, put 2 strength counters on your J ruler. So that's pretty cool. You know, keep in mind that both of Reiya Rua's abilities make him go up to a certain amount. So the ruler side's up to 10, the other side goes up to 15. So, you know, just make sure you're not wasting your strength counters when you use cards like that. This, I think, is actually really cool. There's like some playing around and planning out, and I dig it quite a bit. So let's go to the next card. We have Apprentice Cook, and man, I love the art in this card. It's like, ooh, look at this, look what I got. He's a 300, 400 for 1 fire. That's actually really good stats. He is a Resonator Dragonoid. When this card enters your field, put 2 strength counters on your J ruler. So yeah, just more strength counter building up, and he's, you know, kind of solid body. I also like the little 3-eyed bat guy in like the bottom right hand corner. I think it's really cute. The next card we have is Hawala Pig, and holy crap, look at the art in this guy. He's a 400, 300 for 1 fire. I'm gonna call this Little Pig. He's a Resonator Beast, and he says, banish this card, recover your ruler. And keep in mind that is ruler, not J ruler, so, you know, only the ruler side. I think this card's pretty cool. There could be some like combo-y mechanics with this. I like the ability to recover your ruler, so I like this card quite a bit. I think it's cool. The next one we have is Elia Rua, the Combat Chef. So she's like a female Dragonoid. She's 800 for 2 fire and 1 of any. She's got like this banana stew thing going on here. She's a Resonator Dragonoid, of course, and you can rest her to recover your ruler. Once again, I think that's really sweet. She's a 3-drop, 800, but I really like the ability to recover your ruler. Like I said, there's some pretty cool combo applications with that, and yeah, I dig it quite a bit. So, same with the pig, but this one is reusable. The next one we have is the Big Pig, Mad Boar of Mount Howell. He's a 700, 300 for 2 fire. He has Swiftness, Bloodlust, which says this card must attack if able, and First Strike. So he's a 700, 300 with Swiftness, Bloodlust, and First Strike. That's pretty sweet. Big Pig is a big beater. Just smash it on in for 700. I like this quite a bit. It's a really good aggro card. I think this will see some play if, you know, like these zoo or aggro-y style decks are popular, and I think the cards might be good enough to make them popular. So yeah, keep an eye out on the Big Pig in the future. So next up we have the Hawala Soros. So this dude is a 600/600 for 2 fire. Resonator Dinosaur. When this card enters the field, it deals 300 damage to target J Resonator. This card is super sweet. 600/600 for 2. That's pretty good stats. And when he enters the field, he shoots a dude. That's super sweet. And then you can like combine this with extra damage or any other type of effects like that, or like post blocks or anything. This card is sweet. Hawala Soros is really cool. I like a lot of the cards in the fire deck, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, another thumbs up for me. So the next one we have is Purex Partner. So he's a 600/600 for 2 of any and a fire. He's a Resonator Dragon. He's kind of got this, the art's kind of weird. He's got like a, you know, praying mantis or like a T-Rex little arms, but his legs are like outstretched, like spread eagle, I don't know. Anyway, he's got flying. When this card enters the field, put target Battle Arts chant from your graveyard to your hand, and we're going to go over the Battle Arts chants. All the chants in this deck are Battle Arts, and I think they're actually all pretty sweet. So yeah, just remember that for the time being. And your J-Ruler gains flying. So he's a 3-cost dude, 600/600. He has flying. Gives your J-Ruler flying, and you get a sweet chant from your graveyard back to your hand. Well, I mean, the sweetness of said chant will be really determinant on which one you pick, but still, it's like card advantage. You get a card back, you get a dude, and he gives you guys flying, or at least your J-Ruler flying. I think it's pretty sweet. I like this card quite a bit as well. Next up, we have the Big Dragon. Dragon of Mount Hoel. He is a 4-cost dragon, 3 fire and 1 of any. He's a 1500/1500. Those are really good stats. 1500/1500 for 3 or for 4. That's like some Mephistopheles level power. He has flying. This card cannot attack unless you remove 2 strength counters from your J-Ruler. So you have to be playing a strength counter J-Ruler in order for this dude to be in your deck. Well, I mean, you can put him in your deck, but he's not going to be able to do anything, because he also can't block unless you remove 2 strength counters from your J-Ruler. And you can pay 2 fire, and he deals 300 damage to target J Resonator. So this dude can like machine gun guys down for all your extra will that you have. He's also huge. I like him quite a bit. He's really sweet. He has to go in very specific decks, and he's kind of slow, but in the decks that he does go in, I think he'll be pretty cool. And I think man, is he too slow to see play? I don't know. He might be too slow to see play, but I like him regardless. So now let's talk about some of the battle arts. First up, we have Burning Awakening. So this is a chant quick cast for 2 fire. As an additional cost to play this card, remove 5 strength counters from your J-Ruler, and then target J Resonator gains +1000/+1000 until end of turn. That's crazy. I mean, you gotta have strength counters on your J-Ruler, and this is like all the battle arts are ways to spend the strength counters. And he just pumps up a dude, +1000/+1000. That's a 1/4 of a life total. That's a lot. And if you can do this on someone who's like flying and they can't block, or has like some sweet effect or something like that, I think it's pretty sweet. I think this is going to be a good finisher for this starter deck. And if Reiya is decent, then I think this card will also be decent. And I think Reiya I think he's okay. So let's see what the next card is. We have Hellflame. So this is a 1-cost, 1 fire, quick cast chant battle arts. And it says, as an additional cost to play this card, remove X strength counters from your J-Ruler. And this card deals X 100 damage to target J Resonator. So it's a removal spell. It's pretty sweet. Once again, it uses up your strength counters. Your J-Ruler side, or your ruler side comes into play with 10. J-Ruler side has 15. So, you know, you have some leeway to, you know, spend there. You can remove a big dude, remove a small dude. Exactly what you need. It's kind of a bummer that it can't hit your opponent's face, only J Resonators, but it can hit your opponent's J-Ruler, so that's pretty cool. So I think this card's alright. I think it's an okay removal spell for this strength counter deck. So for the final actual card for today, we have Dragon Breath. It is a 3-cost, 2 of any, and 1 fire chant battle art. As an additional cost to play this card, remove X strength counters from your J-Ruler. You know, you can see the theme there. All of the battle arts remove strength counters from your J-Ruler. And this one's really sweet. This one says, this card deals X 100 damage to each J Resonator without flying. So you can play this and wipe the whole board. And if you have the Purex buddy, or Purex partner, or whatever it's called out, then your J-Ruler will have flying, and they just nukes everything else, and I think it's really sweet. It also hits J-Rulers, also really, really cool. For the strength deck, I think this card will be at least a 1 or 2 of, like, in actual constructed competitive decks, and just straight out of the box, out of the starter deck, I think this card's going to be pretty sweet too. So Dragon Breath is an excellent card in my opinion. And the final card for today is just the Fire Magic Stone with some really sweet, very stylistic art. I dig it quite a bit. And there you have it, guys. That is the preview video for the Fire Reiya Cluster Starter deck. I think this is really sweet. I like this starter deck as a whole a lot more than the light starter deck. I think this one has very powerful cards. I like the strength counters. You can get a bunch of them, and you can remove them to do some really sweet effects. I think this deck's gonna be able to do a pretty good amount of like burst damage across the board, and I think it's cool. I like it quite a bit. I'm really excited to see what the other Reiya Cluster starter decks are. I wonder if they all use like some kind of like token or counter thing. It'll be interesting to see. So yeah, you guys, let me know your thoughts on the Fire starter deck and any of the cards in it. Once again, I think they're pretty sweet, and I would like to hear your guys' opinion. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, regardless of what you do. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time for some more Force of Will videos. Have a good one, all, and I will see you later.